Okay, welcome to Study by Yourself, and in this video I'm going to talk about oxidation numbers, how oxidation numbers are calculated. You need to be able to calculate oxidation numbers in order to write the IUPAC name correctly. So let's dive right in. We have some examples here, and with the first one we have manganese and then oxygen with 4 atoms and a negative charge. Then you also have the second one, hydroxide ion, and the third one you have SO4 2 minus. Now we'll look at other examples, but in these examples what we are going to look at is in this way. When the elements are 2, you find the oxidation number of the element on the left. When they are 2, in most cases you want to find the oxidation number in order to name. You find the oxidation number for the element on the left. There are cases where there could be 3 or 4 or more. I'm going to talk about all of them, but let's start with this one. So we are going to find the oxidation number for manganese, and what we do is that we write a linear equation. In all cases, anytime you are finding the oxidation number, you write a linear equation. So this is what we are going to do. I'm going to represent what we don't know with X. Now, the next element we have here is oxygen. Oxygen has a charge of -2, so -2. Then bracket open. How many atoms of oxygen do we have? 4. So we put our 4 here. Then we equate it to the charge. The charge is minus, so -1. And we work out. Let's go through this one as well. What do we have here? Oxygen. So represent with X. Then the charge of hydrogen is +1, so +1, equal to the charge at the top here. You equate it to that, so -1. Then SO4 2 minus. You are going to find oxidation number for the sulfur. So it's going to be X. Then -2. Why -2? Because the charge of oxygen ion is -2. Then you open your bracket. There's 4 here. So you bring your 4 equal to the charge -2. So we can work all of them out. So X minus 8 equals -1. X equals -1 plus 8. X equals 7. So the oxidation number is +7. So X equals -1 minus 1. So X equals -2. And it's correct because we know that the charge of oxygen is -2. So the oxidation number is -2 as well. Then over here, X minus 8 equals -2. X equals -2 plus 8. X equals +6. Now let's take a few more examples. So we have question 4. So you're going to find for question 4, you're going to find for the one on the left. And over here you have 3. You're going to find for this one, the one in the middle. And over here we have 2. You're going to find for this. Now, in cases where the elements are 4 or 5, I'm going to talk about oxo anions in my upcoming videos, and I'm going to talk about how important they are, because most compounds have the oxo anion. If you're able to identify the oxo anion in the compound, you will be able to know the oxidation number even without calculating for it. So for magnesium here, I'm going to represent with X. Chlorine, the charge is -1. -1 times 2 equal to 0. So X is going to be 0 plus 2. X equals +2. And we know that the charge of magnesium, looking on the periodic table, is +2. Then manganese is here as well. So now I said when they are 3, you find for the one in the middle. Potassium is here. Looking on the periodic table, potassium has a charge of positive 1. So 1 plus X, we are finding for manganese. So oxygen minus 2, that's the charge. Then times 4. Here you equate to 0. I equated to 0 here because there is no charge. So 0. So 1 plus X minus 8 equals 0. So X equals 8 minus 1. X equals positive 7. Now, you can see something over here. Look at the first one I solved. You realize that this is positive 7. So this was what I was talking about. This is an oxo anion. And once you know the charge of the oxo anion, any compound you see it in, it has the same oxidation number, which is positive 7. And that's what you can see here as well. So take note of that. It means you can see SO4 here. It means when you see a compound like this, H2SO4, it means calculating for the oxidation number, you're also going to get 6. I'll solve that one as well. So we see. So we are going to have, for this, you are going to have 1 times 2 plus, now since it's 3, this one is in the middle, so plus X minus 2 times 4 equal to 0. Now, since you know that anytime you see SO4, you are finding the oxidation number for sulfur. So you know that anywhere you see SO4, you are going to find the oxidation number for the sulfur. So we are going to have, so we are expecting that we get an answer of positive 6. So let's see, 2 plus X minus 8 equals 0. So X equals 8 minus 2, X equals positive 6. So anywhere you see SO4, you're going to have a charge of positive 6. Sorry, an oxidation number of positive 6. So over here, this is chromium. Chromium is going to be represented with X. So X okay, now so we continue by writing times 2. Why? Because there is 2 here. We are finding for X 2 atoms of chromium. Over here we multiply by 4 because there was 4 atoms of oxygen. So by 2 minus y minus 2, because the charge of oxygen ion is minus 2, times 7 equal to negative 2. Why negative 2? Because the charge. So let me just go over again. So what you are finding for, I said that when the elements are 2, you find for the one on the left. When they are 3, you find for the one in the middle. And I said if you know the oxo anions very well, and then you know the one you found the oxidation number for example with this, you know it's SO4. SO4 is the oxo anion. So anywhere you see SO4, you just find for S. Or you can just choose not to find for S. Since you know SO4 was giving you 6, this one will give you 6. So over here, I'm going to have 2x minus 14 equal to minus 2. So 2x equal to minus 2 plus 14. So 2x equals 12. So x is going to give you 6 over here, positive 6. Yes, so that is it with calculation of oxidation numbers. And I mentioned that the reason why you should know oxidation numbers is to which is going to help you name the compounds very well. But if you want to get more examples, just watch my next video on oxo anions, oxo acids, and then compounds of oxo anions. I'll go more into the calculation of oxidation numbers over there. Thank you. I urge you to subscribe if you've not done so. If you've not done so, share with your friends as well. Thank you.